Hi there, this is Rich Page. This is a homepage review for Safepub.com. Okay, so I immediately see a lot going on. Um, and there's some good stuff, but there's just so much on here that is making visitors think, okay, where do I look? What should I look at first? There's so many things that there's so many blocks of texts, not blocks of text, but so much text everywhere that makes it hard for someone to know what to look at first. For example, you've got here safe collecting supplies, and then you've got another tagline. I would only have one tagline up there. You've got select language, then you've got free shipping, then you've got live help, then you've got contact our specialists, then you've got please visit us at upcoming coin shows, then you've got testimonials, then you've got stay connected with Safe. Then you've got all this text down here, which looks like it's written for search engines and not for visitors, and not particularly usable. It just makes it very hard for someone to know what to look at first, with lots of things almost competing, almost screaming for attention of what you should look at. I think the colors are in some ways good, but in some ways not so good, because like eyes will move to here because this is green, but this is very this yellow stands out a lot, so people will look here. So you've got to really refine what it is, the message that you want to be showing on this homepage. And one of the things that I think you need to expand on is this stuff, the Safe Advantage. Explain the reasons why you should use Safe rather than using another alternative option, and not just have 3 bullet points, and make this a bit bigger. I would, this image slider here is not very good, unfortunately. Some of them are okay, but image sliders are not as popular as they used to be, and there's a lot of recent evidence test-wise to suggest that they don't increase conversions. This one, it goes slow enough, but some of them are just not that useful. Like this one, customer service providing friendly expertise. Well, and there's a spelling mistake in there, by the way, which doesn't help. This is the stuff that those generic shots of the person giving support don't really help. You should always have stuff in this image slider that builds value proposition or shows particular promotion stuff that you currently have. So I would actually change this to be like a single image that shows some of the value proposition stuff. You could have just one compelling image on here with the top reasons to use your site next to it here. This should have a good call to action as well for the next button, for the next page to click to. One of the other things I noticed with this and a lot of the imagery on here is that it looks very poor quality in terms of the wording on here is very kind of edgy and rough looking, even on here as well. It makes it look not so professional, and these types of things will be noticed by your visitors, believe it or not. I mean, maybe not some of your audience, particularly the older generation, might not care as much, but it just needs to look a bit sharper and a bit more professional. Like here, it's just very blurry and very, very grainy, the imagery used. I think you could do a much better shot. Like this is very grayed out and looks like a stock photo, whereas some of the rest of it actually looks like actual stuff that you have. One of the other issues is you don't actually show any of your products on your homepage. You don't show any stuff that's maybe you have on sale or any promotional items. Actually show the price of stuff and get people interested in some of your your coolest new stuff, rather than just showing these different ways of organizing. And it's strange that you have these up here and then you have these here. You don't need all of them. I would get rid of these personally, because you have visual representations of them. Okay. Other things that I like on this page are, it's good that you have a testimonial. It's a bit generic though. I would try and get a photo of the person giving a testimonial and show another person, have another testimonial there. This is good as seen on NBC and as seen on BBC. That's good for building trust and social proof. Other things that I think could be improved with this page, this navigation is not really a good place to put here. You're not Amazon.com, unfortunately. And and it makes it hard. So if I want to go to stamp tongs here, look, oh, I can't. When you move your mouse over here, you have to go like this, and then you have to go down. It's just not, people just want this as usable as possible, and it makes it very hard to move to stuff. So what I would do is move this navigation to the top here and have it be the most common categories you have, not necessarily this many, and then have a really good drop-down navigation system. See, this is really text-heavy here. Look at this. So many text options in here. So no one, very few people are going to want to read through all this. So you can use imagery and icons in your drop-down navigation. This doesn't need to be here. People are not going to connect with you on your homepage, for example. And it's strange that it's right next to the navigation, and it kind of competes because it's the same text. And then sign up for email updates. You need to give them a reason to sign up for email updates. So give them, offer them discounts and other important stuff that would give them a reason. And you could even try doing a pop-up to capture their email address so they can then do follow-up email marketing with. I would get rid of these phone numbers. Maybe a lot of people call you, but I would rely on this live help. I wouldn't show this if it's not available. I would actually have this be something sticking in the bottom right that goes with the page if it's available. And if it's not, then don't have it. It just takes up space and it's another competing thing to look at. Contact our specialists, I would get rid of this. It's just additional wording. I would just put the phone number clearly up here. Get rid of the select language, should be moved elsewhere. Unless you get a lot of people from different countries, it's not a particularly important thing to have there. And this free shipping here is really prominent here. You really got to really focus on the key things, the key use cases that people are going to want to do on your homepage, and make sure that it meets their needs. Okay, do some research from your visitors. I would use usertesting.com to find out the main things that they like on this page, because I'm not someone who is looking to get collecting supplies, so there's maybe particular things that this doesn't offer that they are looking for. But again, the main thing is that there's just too much on this homepage, and this like here is just, people see this and they'll think, oh, this is a bit spammy, it's a bit it looks a bit old-fashioned, and these links here, this is really basic looking links here. These visual, I can't even see these visual links down here. Those need to be much bigger. If those are probably going to help build trust. You can't even read them, unfortunately. And then this I don't even know what this is. Upfront merchant defined. This makes you look like no one is liking your site. You only have 9 likes, so get rid of that. I would put also a security logo in the bottom there. You've got this kind of stuff here, 100% account. You can't really read this, unfortunately, because it's so small. But that kind of stuff needs to be in the footer. And it's not clear what this is here, this shop mall stuff. There's just so many things here competing, but you definitely got a lot of potential. And and also your search is you need to give them search suggestions in here as they're typing. It's very simple search, you could do a much better job with. Okay, so there's some ideas for you to improve your homepage, and hope that helps. Thanks.